Hello and welcome to Rule the Waves 3, playing as Japan on Super Large, starting 1890. We are in 1905. We are involved in a war against France. It's mostly fighting in and around Indochina. And actually, we managed to go through all of 1905 in this episode. Not necessarily the most exciting battles, but there are some, and there are also some other interesting development. That means we'll just have to jump in and have a look. Well, here we are again. Beautiful map. When last we left off, we had invaded Annam. No, invaded Tonking, and we have another under development in Annam. We failed to take it the first time because of technical issues, but let's not talk anymore about that thing. Minor tweak. I've taken my 3 ships on foreign station, put them on TP, sent them back home because I don't want them appearing in battles like we saw happen. So yeah, I removed them. So that means I only have my combat ships here, and I only have submarines and trade protection corvettes in this area. Russia is still very high tension war, but no war as of yet. Why do I have 40 destroyers in? Because I have all my minesweepers in Asia. That's not intentional. We will move these 30 ships to Southeast Asia. They are, of course, supposed to support me with minesweeping. I don't think the French have any large amounts of mine laying. Subs 5. Have we lost a sub? Wow. We've actually managed to lose a sub somehow in Northeast Asia, even without any active combat going on. That's why I built 6, because these early subs, they just sink. Should probably build a couple of ones as well. When did we build these? We built them in 03. So, against my better judgment, I will build a pair of new sub as replacements for this and future losses. Anything else? No. You can see that the French now have a considerable fleet. They have a few smaller task forces sending units piecemeal. But yeah, this will be more interesting. So let's save and hit the turn button. Coastal raid, battle in support of land combat. Yes. The French Navy declines. Unfortunately, that doesn't give me quite the boost that having the battle and winning it would give me. And we immediately go to next turn. Wow, that was somewhat surprising. Longitudinal framing. Okay. No trade warfare. And nothing really happens on promotions. We have more ships in Southeast Asia than our bases can support. But that's fine. I don't think we will suffer any attrition. There is no overcap message here, so we should be fine. Great Britain has 260, so that's 400 total. France, however, they are having some problems. They did not move up to Northeast Asia. Instead, they turned around and sent part of their force back. Odd choice, to be sure. So this battle division lacking a commander. Average is fine. Above average. Urutaka, that's an older ship, so we can put an average guy on it. Cruiser action. Surely. Yes. 3 heavies and 3 light and a bunch of destroyers. Due to an intelligence coup, we can expect to catch them at a disadvantage. We are very close to Fort Bayard, so that's nice. We have some coastal forces. My small destroyers. We have the heavy cruisers and the light cruisers and 3 groups of destroyers. Weather is fairly good. 740, so it's not a night battle, so let's go see. Okay, we have the enemy. So let's have 1 ship, 2 ships. Heavy cruiser, light cruiser, destroyer. Destroyer. Why you go so slow? 16 knots. You must move quicker. Have 2 additional ships here. Now we are going 21 knots. That's good. Okay, now we have better intel. We have a Scal 1890s cruiser in 92. In 92, those are the same class, but 1, 2 light cruiser, 3 light cruiser. Three light cruisers. Okay. And a bunch of 400 or 500 ton destroyers, maybe some 600 tonners. Let's have a quick look. 400. 500. I think they are building 600 ton destroyers. I don't have any service. No, they are building 2 600 ton destroyers. Okay, great. So this Victor Hugo, that's their only real fighting ship, huh? Come on, guys, we have to hustle here. Cannot run away. Ah, they are turning hard. That is never smart. This another light cruiser that I didn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so we have 4 of this and 1 of the other. That's essentially the same, but built a few years earlier. The Victor Hugo is, of course, the real price here. Destroyers just doing random destroyer things. Superstructure hit, nothing you can do about that, so. Yeah, that's how good their armor is. Peanuts, but probably just because it's turning. Now we are racking up hits. Bridge damage. Conning tower hit. Critical hit. Fire control damage. Bridge damaged. Oh no. How many secondary battery? 2. 8 medium guns, so probably 6 inches. Range is very low, so. But at least he's primarily shooting at the heavy cruiser. Now Tone is taking some damage because he's firing. Secondary is out the other side as well. Tone has some damage, but sufficiently damaged. Right. Oh, there. Want a torpedo, my friend? Wanted a torpedo. That's why he set up that perfect front quarter attack. Very stylish. The mirror of him. Because it's such a good boy, he repeats the procedure. Couldn't quite pull it off, so. Now I have another ship. No, it's the same, it didn't detach. Can have another torpedo if you want. Half torpedo is also a torpedo, as they say. Surely that the end of him, yes. Oh, do we have any other light cruisers in sight, or have only destroyers here? So let's head up cruiser alley. Eh. Hello, old ships with worn out engines that cannot run away from my more modern. There are several issues here. They are 21 knots, but that's nearly 20 years ago. So they are maximum 20, more likely starting. They are starting at either 19 or 20, and they have speedy or normal engines, and they have been running around like crazy. So their maximum speed is definitely not 21. It's more like 18, 19, 17, that sort of thing. Which is why they should have disengaged a long time ago. Oh, why? What? Why? Ah, looks like a circle of doom. Maybe try to have the destroyers attack it. Oh, they are shooting torpedoes. No, the wrong destroyers are attacking the wrong target, so no. Some hits. Whoa! Classic AI just runs it max till it sinks. But did I lose a destroyer here just to... Ah, took a hit. Oh, yeah, that's further. That had to happen sooner or later. Kind of asking for it, I think. Maybe try some destroyer attacks now. Definitely going down. I don't think moving into the bay was his best option, but okay. A couple of destroyers remaining down there, rescuing some survivors. So. Go home. Disengage. Oops. So. Just destroyer, so that's fine, I guess. Um, maybe unneeded, but the overall result was favorable. One good cruiser. Force a lot of hit, and it takes some hits. I'll pass through. Felt upper waterline hits. That's the first interesting one. Submerged engine room hit. That killed it. No, it was stopped by deck. It has sloping deck. Okay. Just got cut down and then torpedoed. And 5 old cruiser. They should basically tank me for doing this. Oh, nice. Nice. And we get trade warfare. Warfare. We have some subs in our home area. Huh. Average promotion. Okay. Looking at the X of ship in Southeast Asia. They have a lot of battleships, but if they don't show up in battle, those light cruisers are just terrible. Yes, this is the guy I managed to get torpedoed. I mean, it's a high risk game, and that this is going to happen more and more until I finally decide that I need to change my tactics. Oh. But we need to tweak your divisions just a little bit. Probably want us. Oh, we're going to slow down soon, anyways. Let's not bother. Better fire control, that is always welcome because hitting is killing. Nothing happened. Not a single attempt at battle generation. Wow. That is actually pretty rare, I would say. Huh. Oh. Britain is moving a big stack of green ships. Why? I don't know. Continued operation will secure total victory without border changes. Oh. Oil firing if access to oil. Yeah, big middle finger. Thank you for that. Yeah, still 15 years of coal for me. In my France game, on the very first turn, I think it was, then Guam had oil, and then I knew I just had to fight the Spanish, and eventually that happened, so I grabbed Guam. Wait. The British are here. They don't want to join the fight, but they send some units. They still have 0 with France, so but the US is pretty pissed at them. Maybe the US can go to war with France and then we can ally and then I can take some Spanish possessions. Unless Russia decides to join here, I don't think it's really going anywhere. battleship engagement. Invasion battle. Enemy unable to challenge. It says that he has 12 battleships or something. Okay, yeah. I'm just happy we didn't have to repeat the invasion battle. More rate of fire, so we have more fire control, we have more rate of fire. High explosive shells. Indian Ocean. Okay, we might have to do something about that. It's so random. They had somewhat elevated tensions with France, but this is somewhat unexpected. But this is rule the waves. It throws some curveballs at you. Okay, I'll take it. I just hope they invite us to join the war on Spain. I just talked about it. Prophetic. Then we can invade the last possession here. Because why not? Oh, they moved all their ships away. For AI reasons, probably because of basing restrictions. Oh, that Great Britain alliance. It's so sweet. And Britain is escorting them back home. So, fortifications. We will build a little one in the corner here. Djibouti, 20 bases. So we could try to take Djibouti. That would give us a foothold in the Indian Ocean, so we at least can have some light patrols there. A couple of cruisers. Tempting. Capacity 10, that won't cut it. 30. Polynesia, but that's so far away. One can at least later in the game invade some other possessions. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Time flies. The first cruiser will be ready soon. Almost repaired. Why attack? Battle in support of land combat. Can he challenge? No, because he moved away all his units. Okay. Gaining disputed border areas. We don't want that. We want to crush them. Cross-stack fire, yeah. Now I want some real fighting continues. Yes, yes, yes. Now we are allied with the US as well. Everybody loves the Japanese. Okay, I have a needy dog moment. Yeah, my dog is in heat, so she's a little extra needy on top of her general neediness. More ships losing a little bit of speed here. And the tonus, yeah, we refitted them, of course. Otherwise, they would go obsolete very soon. Good. Now we're allied. Yes, we got a new ship that we need to arrange into a squadron, but I don't want to mess up any of the other squadrons with this. So it's not the cruiser reserve. We can always rename that later, but let's try to get a competent commander for our best unit. They're all taken, of course. This guy, he's really good. I'm absolutely sure. Sure. Sportsman, we don't like those. We don't like gunnery expert. We like gunnery experts. He already has a job. Okay, so now we're allied. And we're both at war with France, but I'm not at war with Spain, so I hope he invites me to join so I can help out with the Spanish problem. Lines. That's it. One attempt at battle generation. Wow. Huh. That's surprising, I would say. But now we must not forget about our Red Note building program. I will very briefly look at the Kiso follow-up. PowerPoint time. Let's get building. Everyone's favorite section. So, this is not a light cruiser. No, because when I opened the light cruiser design screen, a realization hit me. It's only been 2 years, or less than 2 years, 1.5 years since we made some designs for ships. And it turns out that the texts we've gotten since then have radically transformed many things. So actually, on the light cruiser, there were many hundreds of tons suddenly available. So pretty significant changes there. And we have the cross-deck fire, which I don't love. So I figured I'd take them out for a spin, see if I could make something out of a cross-deck fire. I mean, for a battle cruiser to have a broadside of 6, not ideal. 8 is acceptable, and cross-deck can give that, although the arcs are a little wonky. It's better than 6, and it saves you 2 turrets when compared to a normal hex knot, so there is a lot of weight to be saved here. So it's basically the BB 1904A only with cross-deck fire instead of a half hex knot. Still 11-inch battery, and the max size I can build without trouble has increased to 21,300, so let's use that as a cap. Normal medium, of course, and this is a battle cruiser, and I don't build battle cruisers with 25 knots. Those are obsolete before they hit the water, and that's all I want to say about that. 27 is not ideal, but at least it will stay relevant for longer. And even if the engines start to give up, you are left with 25 knots, which is fast enough to sort of sort out those last legacy ships with in the low 20s, heavy cruisers and old Bs and that sort of stuff. So I quite like my battle cruisers to start with 27 knots. So it's a narrow slope design. There are limitations what we can do on this tonnage. No upper belt, but as we shall see, we will have a quite substantial armor on my secondary guns. I am gonna use SG for secondary guns from now on. SB turned out weird because that implies belt. Nothing to do with belt. So 4 turrets of 11-inch, so 8 gun broadsides. Under ideal circumstances, a cross-deck gun has a rather narrow field of fire, but with speed we can leverage that speed to get good firing solutions. And oddly enough, I have 4 single 8-inch guns as secondary battery. That sounds very strange, I'm sure, because I have to give them like 7-8 inches of armor, and that's quite something. But This lets me have a tertiary battery of 6-inch guns, not Q1, Q-1, but still it's much better than having a 5-inch tertiary battery. So that's what we're going with. Thinking that will help it stay relevant for longer. I hope so, at least. I don't plan to do any rebuilds of this. These 8-inch guns can fire independently of the main battery at light cruisers and the like. So now we have 8-inch and 6-inch guns that can engage light cruisers, destroyers, CAs with some success. So we don't have to only rely on the main battery. So it's not an awesome design or anything, but we can get this design and built in short order. So this is the actual design. You can see the specs here. 110 rounds. It's not huge, so we have a few tons remaining. So could maybe tweak that a little bit when we go into final design. And this is its cousin, the Shinano, the battleship. So it's exactly the same kind of ship, only with more armor on the belt extended, and conning tower turret. Because this is not amazing, but this is not going to stand in the line of battle. This is not that kind of battle cruiser, but this can say no to anything short of point-blank shots from 11 and 12-inch quality 0 guns. So it's not so bad as you might think. And I'm not a huge deck guy, so 2 inches is enough, and 2 inches is enough here. It's not enough, but I would rather have 2.5 inches here. So I am less pleased with the Shinano. It is acceptable, but I will give priority to the battle cruisers. We talked about that previously. So what I'm hoping is that we can get better designs, or at least more tonnage, so I can put even more armor on it. But really, I feel that 8 11-inch guns for a full battleship, that's pretty anemic in terms of firepower. For a battle cruiser, it's okay-ish. But for a battleship, nah, not really sold. Here it is, plus 2.5 on the belts, and plus 3 on the turret and conning tower. Also a little bit of tonnage remaining, so we could push this to 120, for example. This is the light cruiser, and when I opened the 904 version, I realized that it was in a very odd place. I could already just push it up to 26 knots from 25 and keep everything else. But 25 knots, oh man, I can run it down with my new battle cruiser. So we need 27 on the light cruiser now. That kind of makes this light cruiser 904 already obsolescent, so we are not building that anymore. Fortunately, we have the new quality 0 8-inch gun, so we can drop the 9-inch and just go for the 8-inch. We can get more rounds. Can drop 1-inch on the turret faces, because let's face it, can tank 6-inch, maybe 8-inch at range. It takes a 12-inch, it's just gonna go through anyway, so let's not overdo it. And if one of these bad boys flash fire, yeah, but 7 inches on the turrets, that's fine. It looks like this. I had to go speedy on the engine, but turbines are more reliable anyway. And eventually we will get the Mitchell thrust block that will make engine burnouts much less common. So, those are my 3 designs, of which I will design the battle cruiser and the light cruiser right away. Here we are in game. Load template, Nantai, the legal name, Nantai, yeah, I picked it from there. So we can see it's exactly like the Gizo, except smaller gun, fraction less turret armor, speedy engine, but plus 2 knots. We're in a weird place in terms of ship design. Still going heavy on all those small guns. It's a sort of a transitional period. Maybe we could do something like this and just take the 4-inch guns now. Have normal engine priority. Decision. How 9,000 yards, low penetration. 10,000 yards, much better penetration. That's the Nantai. Because we wanted to kill not only destroyers but other light cruisers, so we want to punch through their pathetic 2-inch armor. Having a 4-inch gun for that, it's not as interesting. BC, EA, 127. We could get 120 rounds. And then if we have to install extra equipment, we could maybe shave off some of this ammo or remove a tertiary gun or something like that. Could do 7 inches here, but it feels more risky than on the light cruiser, but because this is more likely to sort of take heavy blows. So this is the HEA format. And that's chip design. And fortunately, we are almost done with series of ships here. So we will actually have room to... oh, there we go. Wrong view. Maybe it wasn't so bad after all. And now we'll have room to actually build that stuff even while at war. But we are in January now, so it means that's the end of the episode. The next episode would start with the start of year review. So that concludes episode 25 and 1905. No, not the most exciting battles, put it mildly, but that's okay. The US somewhat unexpectedly joined the war against France. We looked at tension prior to this, and it was elevated, but it wasn't even over. It was like 9 or something, 8 or 9. I was a bit surprised when I immediately joined the war. And now we have an alliance, of course, and we are waiting for the US to invite us to the war with Spain. I would not say no to that, and we will continue fighting in Indochina. We have taken one area, we're fighting over another, and we have invasion going in the third. So after that, we would be open for any attacks on the Philippines, for example. So it looks like 1906 could be really interesting. So thank you for watching and see you again soon.